The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the CZW World Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, at a total combined weight of 895 pounds, the team of Excalibur and Super Dragon.
They are undefeated as a tag team here in Combat Zone Wrestling. So it is to nobody's surprise that Zandig deemed them the #1 contenders. And John, it would not surprise me at all. I would not consider it an upset if they defeated Team Cash tonight. I would not consider that an upset.
Well, you know, Eric, there's one thing that I would like if I was CZW starting to get a shot at the tag team titles. But I would not like my shot with the champion's first title defense.
Which champions is it going to be? Is it going to be JC Bailey and Sexxxy Eddy or Nate Webb and Chris Cash, or who knows?
Well, Eric, it sounds like Chris Cash shows up right now.
Could be mine.
That's his music.
Excalibur and Super Dragon defeated Kevin Steve and El Generico at the Cage of Death. Excalibur defeated Kevin Steve, pinned him immediately after.
And introducing their opponents, at a total combined weight of 320 pounds, the team of Chris Cash, Sexxxy Eddy. They are the CZW World Tag Team Champions.
It's going to be Sexxxy Eddy, John. Sexxxy Eddy's back. Nobody knew he was here. Hide your girlfriend. I think Zandig's wife's in the corner putting makeup on right now.
Eric, that's almost guaranteed.
It'll be Sexxy Eddy and Chris Cash against Excalibur and Super Dragon. Talk about flamboyant on both sides of the ring. Super Dragon and Excalibur, very arrogant and flamboyant. And of course we know about Sexxy Eddy. And again, GenZ, about the younger guys getting opportunities they normally would not have. I gotta think whether this is GenZ or the Cage of Death, that Super Dragon and Excalibur would be worthy contenders for a tag team title matchup.
If you should say so, Eric. Chris Cash finally captures gold here in Combat Zone in CZW, but Eric, it took 4 people to win those World Tag Team titles.
Well, it's over, isn't it? What kind of a victory party do you think Cash and Sexxxy Eddy had?
I'm sure they're going to have women there.
I even heard your ex-wife was trying to get tickets to this show, hoping Sexxxy Eddy would be here.
Great,
the only drawback was having to see you.
Yeah, he could have her.
She was even willing to break the restraining order to come see Sexxxy Eddy.
It's 2005, and there's only one way to start this here off. Start it off with a bang.
He's gonna bang somebody.
I'm just stretching it out. That's right. Like I said, only one way to start this out, but I'm not alone tonight. No. I got a tag team partner. So what I got in mind, I'm gonna need a little crowd participation from 2 girls tonight. I'm gonna need 2 girls.
Nothing. No girls from St. Eddy. I'm clamoring for that.
That's right.
No girls from South Philly.
No girls from South Philly? Is that no girls from South Philly?
All right. It's on.
Broken down now. I mean, big mistake there by the champions to take their eyes off their opponents.
Absolutely. You know, with the theme show tonight, GenZ, maybe Chris Cash, Team Cash, are not taking Excalibur and Super Dragon as seriously as they should, John.
Right, Excalibur now working over Cash. Shoots him into that corner. Calls him and drives that knee right up in the jaw of Chris Cash.
Team SoCal. This is with that knee again. Chris Cash with a side headlock. Chris Cash, a graduate of the CZW Wrestling Academy. in the line of many graduates from the CZW Wrestling Academy that have gone on to capture gold here at CZW. When you think of that, John, you think of Chris Cash, you think of Lobo, Nick Gage, Justice Payne. And Super Dragon from behind. I think Sexxxy Eddy was going to hump Excalibur.
Oh no, he looked real happy to see Excalibur.
I thought that was the microphone in his pants.
Super Dragon now picks up Eddy. Shoots him across those ropes. Picks him up.
Tilt a world, no, a miss.
An Eddy and leg sweep there by Eddy.
And you got to watch out for total Sexxxy if you are wrestling Sexxxy Eddy. Of course, if you're in the ring with Chris Cash, you got to watch out for the cash flow or marking out. Of course, when you're in the ring with Super Dragon, you got to watch out for one of those psycho drivers or the curb stomp. And out of Excalibur, the same move that beat Kevin Steen, that spider German suplex. You've got to watch out for that. That is lethal, John. A movie he kind of took from Orihara, kind of took and developed it into his own style.
Missile drop kick there by Sexxxy Eddy, taking Dragon down.
Sexxxy Eddy went split-legged moonsault. Super Dragon with a kick out. And Super Dragon and Excalibur are not impressed. They're not happy. They walk around here miserable. You know, they got those mugs on their faces, John. I wonder if they would live it up if they won the belts.
What mugs on their faces?
You know.
I ain't never seen their faces.
Well, their mouths. They don't look happy.
I don't think anybody want to see their faces.
Big knee.
Tag into Chris Cash.
And how about Sexxxy Eddy? Talk about the success of Sexxxy Eddy, John. He comes in at the Tournament of Death. Sexxxy Eddy has not been beaten at all here in Combat Zone Wrestling. He was eliminated from the Tournament of Death because he was physically unable to continue. He wasn't pinned, he didn't submit, he wasn't counted out.
Double back suplex there by Eddy and Cash.
Of course, he won that big four-way at High Stakes 2. The Cage of Death, we all know what happened at the Cage of Death.
Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker there by Dragon. Working over Chris Cash.
And it's pretty impressive if you think about it, John. Sexxxy Eddy coming into CZW for the first time at the Tournament of Death has been undefeated.
Big vertical suplex there by Excalibur. Goes for a cover lateral press. Picks up a 2 count. I mean, that's what they got to do, Eric. They got to try to cover these champions at any given time. There, look at that.
Well, the fact of the matter is, John, whether you like it or not, Excalibur and Super Dragon have been teaming together longer than Team Cash. So, that said, they would have the advantage in this matchup.
Looks like, look at that, raking on the eyes of Chris Cash.
Sexxxy Eddy waiting for his tag. And how about the fans just erupting? They had no idea that Sexxxy Eddy was here tonight, John.
I mean, Eric, I had no idea he was here.
And you told me you know everything around here. I thought you were connected.
Well, I did. I just wasn't allowed to tell you.
Oh, okay. I thought you were part of the in crowd around here. Chris Cash was going for that tornado DDT. The thing about Excalibur and Super Dragon 2, which I should point out, is routinely here at CZW, they have wrestled longer matches, anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes. They like to wear their opponents down throughout the matchup. They are not your quick strike wrestlers. They are more your wear you down wrestlers, more like an Alex Shelley or a Chris Hero kind of a wrestler. They like to wear you down. That's why their matches usually go 15 or 20 minutes. So Sexxxy Eddy and Chris Cash, they better be prepared to go about 20 minutes tonight.
Super Dragon now, look what he's doing. That's illegal. But I like it.
Why doesn't Bryce Remsburg do something?
And I'll tell you right now, tag team experience goes in the favor of the challengers.
Well, I think I've mentioned that. Super Dragon locking Chris Cash up. Look at the way that his shoulders are pivoting, John. Looks like their shoulders are about to pop out of his sockets.
Chris Cash in a lot of pain. Dragon now using Cash's eyes for leverage.
That's why, again, it goes back to what I said about being wear-down type of wrestlers. They like to use those submission moves to wear their opponents down. And then out of nowhere, the curb stop. 15, 20 minutes later, victory for Super Dragon and Excalibur. Look at the way he's kicking him.
Cash in a lot of pain now. Tag team title slipping away.
Chris Cash kicking himself. Trying to get the fans behind him. And John, this is what I would easily call a very even matchup down the middle.
Dragon now applying that pressure. Staying on top of Cash. Cash needs to get over those ropes.
The challengers have really used their experience as a team to their advantage. Notice how they have cut the ring off throughout this matchup. Made quick tags, like they're doing now, double team moves. They've really used their experience together as a team to their advantage, where Sexxxy Eddy and Chris Cash are not that experienced as a team. As a matter of fact, it's the first time the two of them have ever teamed up together. Maybe Super Dragon setting up that curb stop early. Oh, Chris Cash got out of it. No, maybe he's going for that curb stop early. Curb stop! Curb stop to the champ! Forearm smash!
Oh, Chris Cash is down, Eric. He may have been knocked out with that curb stop.
And we have seen Dragon do this before. Wait a bit of psychology here. Chris Cash thinks his partner is ready to make the tag. Cash has no idea. Now he does. And they're all over him, John. They're beating him down. Beating him down like a white boy in a rap club.
Super Dragon now trying to get these fans behind him.
Super Dragon Excalibur continue to cut the ring in half. Headbutt. And a big right hand, John. He even hurt his hand.
Cash now trying to get over there and make that tag. He needs to make a tag.
Camel clutch out of Excalibur. And many times we have seen Excalibur play with the eyes or the mouth and go to the throat while he has his wrestler locked up. Look, the cross faces right there.
Well, I mean, that's what you got to do. You got to do everything in your power to punish your opponent while you have the chance.
Super Dragon, a very cerebral type of a wrestler, John, likes to get inside of the head of his opponents. Slingshot. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Counting along with the referee mocking him. Double stomp.
I don't know, Eric. I think we may have new World Tag Team Champions here tonight.
Kick out of Chris Cash.
Cash taking a beating at the hands of Excalibur and Super Dragon.
Super Dragon now closing his fist, winding up. Chris Cash getting up, trying to get those fans behind him. He really feeds off those fans, doesn't he, John?
Absolutely.
As with that Corey Guerrero special, face first. Saw something similar out of Ruckus earlier tonight. And the longer this match goes, John, the longer this match goes, I gotta tell you, the more it goes to the advantage of the challengers.
Absolutely, Eric. Super Dragon unable to follow up there. Both teams make a tag into the fresh man.
Sexxxy Eddy finally, the legal man of the match, spins him around, drops him face first. Maybe set him up for total sextasy, no. Sexxxy Eddy scoops him up. Uh-oh. It's for a tombstone. Excalibur with the reverse. Sexxxy Eddy much more fresh than Excalibur or anybody else is in the matchup. Shoulder breaker.
Dropped him right on that shoulder.
Total sextasy. And that's going to be it. No. And John, Sexxxy Eddy couldn't even beat him with his own finishing move. German suplex.
Oh, wait a minute. Dragon's not the legal man.
Oh, he has him locked. That tiger suplex.
Super Dragon's not the legal man in this match, nor is Chris Cash.
Oh, wait a minute. Chris Cash is marking out. Chris Cash. No. Super Dragon going for a psycho driver. Chris Cash plants him face first. Excalibur out cold. Sexxxy Eddy in the corner, but remember, John, out of all wrestlers in the matchup, Sexxxy Eddy the most fresh.
Absolutely. Now Excalibur now picking up Cash. He's got them arms hooked.
He's going for a tiger driver here. DDT.
Oh, he planted on with that DDT.
Knee strike. Hooks him. Brainbuster. Splash! Splash off the top!
Wait a minute. Hey, Eric, I think the referee's wrong. I think Eddie's the legal man in this match. Eddy and Excalibur are the legal men in this match.
The Sexxxy Plex! And John, right now the champions don't seem to have enough energy to finish at this point. While they have the advantage momentarily, they really need to finish the challengers off at this time because this match is getting longer and the challengers are getting stronger.
I don't know, Eric. If I thought the title's slipping away, I just clocked the referee.
Well, that is your strategy, isn't it? That did you a lot of good at Best of the Best 2003 of that Battle World, didn't it?
2 count there. This referee's got to get dragging out of that ring.
That did you a lot of good during those house parties, didn't it?
Look.
Yeah.
Big chop there. Forearm smash. Headbutts now on the Eddy in that corner.
Repeated headbutts. That mask may be loaded, John. Shades of Kenta Kobashi in there with those kicks. Super Dragon going up. Oh, it's Sexxxy Eddy.
Great presence of mind there by Eddy.
Absolutely. Bringing the balance of Super Dragon.
Eddy needs to follow up.
Excalibur is doing his imitation of a dead man right now. He's hardly moving. Hurricane Ryan to the block. High cross body, a collision.
Dragon just landed on Sexxxy Eddy. Eddy back up now, driving that knee right into the throat of Super Dragon, now sitting him up on that top turnbuckle.
Sexxxy Eddy going up top. And wait a minute. Super Dragon, Excalibur. DDT, Death Valley driver. Hooks the leg. Ripper, get in there for the kill. No. I thought we were going to have new champions right there.
Picked up a 2 count there. But that's great awareness there by Dragon to intercept Cash, but they still only picked up a 2 count.
Wait a minute, Tiger Driver. Tiger Driver. Wait a minute, here comes Blackout. What's Blackout doing here? They're not involved in the match. Who are they here to
They just want to talk to the referee, Eric. They just want to talk to him.
Excalibur and Super Dragon had this match won. Wait a minute. Chris Cash just marked out. And that's it. I didn't think we would have new champs if Blackout never arrived.
Here are your winners, and still CZW World Tag Team Champions, the team of Chris Cash and Sexxxy Eddy.
I didn't think we would have new champs, John. Cash and Eddy outnumbered, John.
I think the Blackout just want to talk to him, Eric. That's all.
Ruckus, Cash, Sabian, Kingston, and Marino. Marino is just tackled. Cash pounded away on Marino. Like Marino's first day at high school. Here comes a member of Team Cash. Nate Webb with the chair. And I thought it was over at the Cage of Death, John, but apparently this war is far from over.
I don't know, Nate Webb ain't got no business being out there.
Of course he does. He's a member of the Tag Team Championship.
Hey, Cash, Eddy, you guys put up a hell of a fight, and these people should respect the shit out of you for that. Come on, but Blackout, you cost me and Super Dragon the CZW Tag Team Championship. Hey, I don't know how you pussies roll out east, but that's call for some retribution, West Coast style. Next month, me and Dragon, Eddy 2 Blackout, You bring it right here in the center of the ring. Come on.
What a match that's going to be next.
What's that, Kingston? I'll take that as a yes. Next month, me and Super Dragon, Eddy 2 Blackout, right here, CZW.
I guess he understood he bodies. What a match that's going to be, John.
I don't know, Eric. Blackout didn't agree to anything.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What did we say earlier about two ladies and dancing and sexy Eddy? Anyone? And Nate Webb?